Welcome to my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, press the notification bell and like my video. If he has anger issues and gets either physically or verbally abusive, that is not the man you should stay with. Please understand that violence does not only mean physically hurting someone else. If you find that he is often incapable of controlling his anger and he resorts to smashing stuff, swearing, and shouting at you, he is being violent. You owe it to yourself to walk away from such negativity. If he lies to you about little things and manipulates you into doubting yourself, if he is a compulsive liar, you will never be able to feel secure about anything he says. And the worst part is, it will affect your sense of emotional balance too. For even though both of you know he is lying, he will, out of sheer force of habit, keep denying that he is lying. Number 3, if his ex has a major say in his life, well, then let him and his ex deal with their issues. Do not wait around for him to get over her if he can't prioritize you over her already. You don't want to make someone your priority when you're only an option for them. If he insists that you try stuff repeatedly, even though you're openly reluctant to do that. If he can't take a no, even though you've made your discomfort and hesitation clear, maybe he's not in with you for love. Number 5, if he doesn't believe in your dreams and wants to clip your wings and keep you next to him for his own selfish reasons. Now, do you really want to fly low just to appease one man and his narrow-minded vision? No, right? Then fly away from him while you are still a free bird. No one should be able to tell you that you can't achieve anything that you really want to. If he makes fun of you in company and then chides you for not being able to take a joke, that is another point. Well, you're not a joke, sister. So let no one have a laugh at your cost. And seriously, there are enough guys out there that would want to make you laugh instead. Number 7, if he stares at every passing girl. Have you ever walked with a guy and is checking out every other girl that passes by, or worse, and they can even go worse and make coarse comments about them? This dude clearly has no respect for women in general. Stand up for what's right. If he is too busy to be there for you at your worst moment, this is point number 8. Whatever he's busy doing, that's what he loves more. Even if you love someone, love is about giving. So if they spend more time doing something else, that means that's what they love. Good for him, but then let him give all his time and attention to that. You just go on ahead and call your friends, your besties, your family during your worst moments. They'll always be there for you. Don't cling onto a guy because they're still busy, yet you can get a solution from other people. Number 9, if he tries to micromanage you, then that's not the right guy for you. If he maps every little movement you make, where were you, what were you doing, that means they're trying to micromanage you. And some people are psychopaths. They'll try to control you. They'll want to manipulate you. And they make you accountable to them in a way that you feel the need to take his permission. For every little thing you do, it will suffocate you. You need to make, there are times you need others to contribute to your decisions, but there are times you need to make decisions by yourself. Therefore, they will strip, this type of guys, they can strip you of your families, of your friends, or strip you of everything that makes you. So be careful about these guys. Number 10, if he subtly blackmails you, does he keep threatening up to break up with you? If you do something small that you can solve, they say, if you don't do this, I'm going to break up with you. Or maybe they keep reminding you of your past relationships. Maybe your past relationships have not been nice, and you tried to open up to this guy and told them that this is what happened. You trusted them with them, but they're using that to blackmail you. They're putting it as a favor to you. And they always feed you with fear of a possibly lonely future. Someone who wants to be with you, they will assure you that they're going to be there for you. Well, all of this is blackmailing, and that's not what you need. If he tries to hide you from his friends or colleagues, we all tend to conceal our relationships from our families till we are absolutely sure of them first, and that's okay. But if he's still hesitant, let's say you've dated even for 5 months, he is still hesitant to introduce himself to his family, to his friend, to his friends, then that's just plain suspicious. He shouldn't have to hide you from the world. If he has nothing to hide from you. So don't allow a guy to tell you that you cannot meet my mother, you cannot meet my friends. You never know if the friends are genuine friends or they're just people who are there too as his side pieces. So in this case, they are different. These are the signs that you should be quick to check on a man before you start dating. Let's say you're meeting a man in a city where neither of you lives, at a convention or a wedding. The calls and emails that he's making, it's making the phone line sweat. 2 months later, he's begging you to visit. You tell the woman next to you on the plane that after years of searching, you think you have met the one, and the two of you giggle with anticipation all the way to baggage claim. 30 minutes later, when the carousel stops going around, she looks at you with deep pity and asks if she can give you a ride somewhere. That's the moment to go straight back to the ticket counter. This is another type of man. At first, he'll get a little short with a waiter who flirts with you. Then he'll be exasperated by how long you and the postmaster discuss the rising price of stamps. When he points out that you and your brother hug too long to be appropriate, or that your gynecologist is a lesbian and obviously has the hots for you, it's time to give him his working papers. Those people are insecure and they are jealousy. That is Mr. Jealousy. Now there's this other type of man. He's the bully. This is the man who sits you down, grabs your arm, pulls your hair, or pokes your chest. While most of us know better than to let ourselves get socked in the mouth, the way Raph was always threatening to do Alice, there's always a universe of more minor infractions in the violence department. So avoid the bully guy, the Mr. Bully. Then there's the other one, the two-timer. For the first time since you've been dating, he's too sick to make a date. You try to ignore the fact that it happens to be your birthday, and you assemble the ingredients for your famous chicken soup. You drop it off inside his door. 2 days later, he's still sick, but you've been invited over. You ask if you can heat up some soup for him, and he says, in a small, congested voice, "That will be wonderful." You pour the soup from the Tupperware into the pot, and you see that there are mushrooms in it. Your famous chicken soup does not contain mushrooms. Conclude that this man has another source of soup. So avoid men who have excuses like "I am sick" and blah blah blah. Then there's this other type of man, the liberated man. I used to have a friend who said, "I seem to have a very liberating effect on whatever man I'm dating. We go on 3 dates, and the next thing I know, he's moved in with me. He's quit his job and his car is up on blocks in my yard." Certain men are more prone to this type of liberation than others. I have found carpenters, river guides, and flamenco guitarists all fall into a category of men who are perfectly willing to hand themselves over to the care of a good woman, as well as visual artists. So there's another category of man, the betrayed men. They're this type of men who have been betrayed before, and therefore they are angry beyond all reason, no matter what length they may go to disguise it. And if you date one, be ready to give up all your girlfriends, or you can be accused of being a lesbian. Then there's the narcissist. He doesn't like your dog. Do you even need to talk about this one? Put it at the top of the category that includes: he won't make eye contact with your kid, he doesn't want to meet your sister, and he whines the first time you make plans with your girlfriend. A man threatened by the love you have for the dog you sleep with is going to be threatened with more things than the ones you have now. Then there's a man with resentment. Pay close attention to how he handles your accomplishment. If you get a promotion with a raise and he breaks it down to show you how it really only amounts to $6 a day after taxes, that's the first strike. Men who are threatened by your accomplishment, these are the type of men you should avoid. Then the virtual lover. These are men who just want to love online. They don't want to meet you. They just want to love online. Blind dates. And they want you to, they're just talking about everything online. They don't want to meet you. They just talk about their partial relationship. Then that is not the type of man you should be with. Then there's this guy who had the happiest child life. His mother was perfect. His father never smoked or drank or even cheated. He hates the way his friends blame their parents for everything, when he and his 7 brothers and sisters had love pouring down on them from the moment they woke in the morning until they went to bed. However refreshing this might sound the first time you hear it, listen carefully for a voice that is trying to convince itself. Listen for the creak and crack of a personal mythology in theories of shattering. When it comes crashing to the ground, it's going to make a big noise, and most likely your relationship will come crashing down with it. So these people who try to ape their parents, it is not bad, but it should be done with caution. So take care. Make sure you acknowledge the red flags, and also listen to your sixth sense. If it's saying no, kindly take some time and re-strategize, rethink about if this is really the person you want to be with. Anyway, have you ever met someone that you ignored the red flags? What were they? What were they doing that you didn't like? Then later you realized, oh, I should have taken note of this. Thank you so much for listening to me. Like this video, share it, subscribe to this channel, press the notification bell so that when I upload another video, you'll be able to be notified. Wishing